Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you are new here. Today I am feeling the autumn vibes, feeling the fall vibes. I believe I am posting this on the first day of fall, which this year falls on September 23rd. So happy fall, y'all. This is going to be a autumn inspired family home in the world of Willow Creek. I am starting by building this from World Edit. So right now it's not fall in game, but we will be switching to live mode here shortly to get those fall vibes going, all of the beautiful red and yellow trees, and I'm just really excited about it. I know a few weeks back I did my first fall build. I believe I did some sort of starter home or tiny home, but we're going all out today with a family home. It's not that big, but it does end up having 3 bedrooms, which I was pretty happy about. I like doing smaller homes in general, not just tiny houses, but like family homes that feel like they are more manageable in size. So I really hope you will enjoy this build. If you do and you'd like to download it, by the way, it will be available in the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi, and that information will also be in the description down below as well. And I usually use the hashtag Gryphi on those uploads nowadays, since the gallery is very finicky and it's really hard to find anything. But this is the general shape I'm going to go for. I end up using these base game windows and pairing them with these new shutters that we got with the newest horse pack. And I think it looks so pretty. And I did want to mention that this build was done over the course of the last 2 months. I just started in early August feeling like it was time for fall. I was ready for fall. I don't like summer personally, but I know a lot of people do. And so I started building something fall inspired, and I've been slowly picking at this and building it over the last month or so. So if anything feels any bits disjointed or anything like that, it was, over the course of quite a long period of time as I felt inspired to work on it. So with that out of the way, we are finally in the fall season now. You can see the trees in the background have changed color. The grass is a little bit more dead. And I'm starting to add some more color to this build, getting some flowers. We end up having this area over here that is covered that I use as sort of like a carport for your Sims to park their car that's not functional under. And I think it looks so cool in the end. I go back and forth between a few different colors on the outside of this, kind of skipping back and forth between brown and white. And it actually does end up being a mixture of the two, but I feel like I was able to come up with a happy medium of the two in the end, where we have a brown fence going for the backyard, but the carport ends up staying white. But you'll see that whole process. I do fiddle with it quite a bit, and we're starting to paint the house now. This also goes through quite a few paint colors, and it ends up being a really rich brown in the end, which I think it is so pretty. I think everything about this house is just super cozy. It's like a little cottage. It looks so much smaller than I feel like it is. I was actually really happy with how much I was able to fit on the interior of this build. I think it's nice when homes like this are a little bit deceiving in size. Let me know if you agree about that. But yeah, working on the paneling now. This is the one I thought I was going to go with for a while, but we do actually end up changing it. Is the new one we use actually from Horse Ranch? I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe it's from Growing Together. I feel like it's a new one that I ended up using, which we should be grabbing here shortly, but I'm just messing around with the different trim I have on the roofs, and also playing around with which stone I want to use here, and of course playing around with landscaping, because I just wanted to get as much fall foliage as I could on this lot and make it really scream autumn, because that's just the mood I've been in. I am so excited for the leaves to start changing colors. It's a little bit delayed this year compared to normal because we've been going through such a late in the season heat wave here in New England. So the leaves have not started changing yet, and I find that kind of concerning. And so if I can't have it in real life yet, I need to have it in Sims. So yeah, this is the color I ended up going for in the end. It's kind of like a red tone brown, and I think it looks so pretty. It's so warm and inviting, and the whole inside of this build is also super cozy. That was the vibes I was going for. Definitely let me know what other sort of autumnal or autumn, fall, Halloween sort of builds you would like to see on the channel. I guess more of the autumn ones, because I have a lot of Halloween ideas already written down, but I'd love to hear your suggestions nonetheless, especially as I'm going to be pre-recording quite a bit sometime soon, because we're less than a month out from going to TwitchCon. If you are going to be at TwitchCon in Las Vegas next month, I would love to say hi. I'd love to meet you. I'm really excited about it, but I'm also a little bit stressed because I have to do a bunch of pre-recording before I leave. So any suggestions you have of things you would like to see on the channel during that time, definitely let me know. But yeah, this is like the little back porch. It's not very big. I just wanted a place for your Sims to exit into the backyard. And I wanted to have a fenced-in backyard because I was imagining this was going to be a family home. And that is exactly what it ends up being in the end. So just messing around with reshaping this backyard, getting that like warmer tone brown fence, and doing some more landscaping. I get some of these shrubs around the carport and some low-lying plants. I use those in pretty much every build. I just feel like they're a good staple to fill up the ground underneath your bigger plants. And I just grabbed a bunch of different flowers and shrubs and stuff. So obviously I am decorating this in the fall, so not all of the greenery might look amazing in other seasons because I wasn't looking at it in other seasons. So apologies if you play this in summer and the colors don't make so much sense, but I'm pretty sure I grabbed mostly like greens and whites. So I don't think it's going to be like a bunch of clashing colors of flowers. I was pretty aware of what I was grabbing, but of course the final version here was meant to be in autumn. So keep that in mind. And then here I am just finally picking out the front door because I did all of that outside without having a front door. I ended up going with this one from Cottage Living, which I think is really pretty. And I think it helped to tie in the flower boxes I used as well because they're the same wood tone. So I quite enjoyed that. And then I'm just playing around with the mailbox and then heading inside to figure out the staircase. I cut out the portion of me trying to place the staircase though, because it was so difficult to do. I could not figure out the floor plan of this house for a really long time when it came to the staircase, but once I had it figured out, it was so easy, the rest of it, and I think it's a really cute floor plan. So there ends up being a bedroom on the bottom floor, like the primary bedroom, and then upstairs there are two bedrooms, one that's like for a teen and one for a kid. The kid one's really small, but I liked how realistic this house felt with the size of the rooms and the bedrooms and stuff, so I wasn't too mad about that. You can see me extending room on this side of the house, though, for that primary bedroom. Which I feel like didn't really impact the exterior all that much. I just stretched one of the roof pieces out and it worked nicely. And we have an entryway and then the staircase is right there. And we end up having, this room is going to be like the kitchen and dining. I'm going to be bulldozing that wall though and kind of having it all in this one big space. And it ends up being a really nice kitchen. I was really happy with the layout of it. But at this point I wasn't sure what I was doing. So I ended up extending that entryway and having the staircase in there with an archway into the long kitchen dining and then another archway into the living room. This house ends up having two bathrooms as well. The one downstairs is slightly bigger and the one upstairs is slightly smaller. I know at first in the floor planning you could see there was going to be a 3-tile bathroom down here, but I actually ended up extending that to a like normal 6-tile bathroom. So there was a little bit of fiddling with that off camera because I just was having so much trouble with the floor plan, but it's pretty easy to see what I did, and you can see all of the floor plan pictures in the screenshots at the end of the video. I always make sure to include pictures of all of the rooms as well as like down views of each of the floors so you can see the floor plan if you'd like to try to recreate something similar yourselves, because I know a lot of people don't end up downloading builds, they get inspired by them, so I always try to provide all of the screenshots I can. Plus, it's really fun to take the screenshots. But anyway, we were decorating the kitchen now. I got some utensils hanging up on the wall. We have pumpkins in the corner. I put lots of pumpkins throughout this house, which I thought was really pretty. And these little canisters, like tea canisters with herbs growing out of them. I love that item. That is from the Blooming Rooms kit. I don't use it very often, but I thought it looked so nice and cozy in this room. Plus, I love the red tone tiles that I have in here on the floor and on the wall, and I decided to use one of these console tables as like an island in the middle of the room. I do that a lot in kitchens. I just think it looks so nice and it doesn't take up as much space as an island. Of course, it doesn't have the functionality as well, like you can't sit at it and have stools at it, but it looks nice and it looks like you have the functionality of, you know, prepping food there. But I have the oven over on the other side here in between the archways, and I just think it looks so nice centered in that space, and it makes this room feel less awkward, I guess, because if I didn't have that, like, what was I going to put on that wall? I think it just helped split up the space, and it's nice to have kitchens that sometimes the counters are split up like that, because in real life, that happens a lot. In The Sims, I feel like I always have everything connected in a perfect little like L shape. But in The Sims, well, I guess in real life, that's not always the case. So I'm trying to bring that into The Sims. I don't know if I completely butchered trying to explain that or not. I probably did, but hopefully you get what I mean. Anyway, I did get a backpack in here and like a book open on the table, maybe to look like somebody's doing homework, and just kind of cluttered up that side table with some books and plates and I believe a bread box as well. But we're into the living room now, and I used this couch, which I love so much. This is from Growing Together, and I just think it has so much personality. The leather couch with the cushions in the corners, and these colors I just thought looked very autumnal, so the purples and the reds. One couch that I feel like I've used a lot in the past when I do autumnal builds is the purple swatch of the Seasons couch. There's just something about that shade of purple that looks so fall to me. Let me know if you agree. But I will be actually changing the curtains in here a little bit later because I think they're a little too on the nose autumn with the fall leaves. But the rest of the room pretty much stays the same. I think it looks super cozy. And then we are moving on to the primary bedroom. At first I thought I was going to use this bed from base game, but I changed it in the end to a different one. I'm pretty sure the one I ended up using is from the Cottage Living Pack. Yeah, this one with the metal frame. I think it is so pretty, and I really liked the yellow swatch. It feels very autumn, but it's just not one I use very often. So let me know what you think of it. I think this color scheme is really fun, and having yellow being the primary color I thought was just a little bit different. Obviously, that's a color strongly associated with fall, but I feel like I think of red and orange first. So that's why it felt a little bit different. But I do end up having a sconce on one side and a table lamp on the other. I think it's nice to kind of not have everything symmetrical. I feel like it just adds so much personality to a space for it to look like it's been lived in and things are changed and maybe not everything is perfectly matched. I like the idea of your Sims acquiring things over time, just like in real life. I know not everything in my home is matchy. I have like so many different things in my house that make absolutely no sense together, but that's realistic. But anyway, this is the downstairs bathroom. I have a shower tub combo in here. I believe the one upstairs just has a shower. And then I just get some clutter in here, you know, realistic touches like toothpaste and soap. So it's pretty simple, but I do like how it came out. It's a pretty cute bathroom. I did have to go for a little bit of a weird layout in here though, because of where the door was. And I didn't want to switch that because I had already decorated. So oopsies on that, but I did get a really cute wreath outside. And then I'm also bringing in some pumpkins to the interior. These might go bad over time, but I thought that they looked nice for decorating. So I decided to put those anyway. And this is that upstairs bathroom that just has a standing shower. I was thinking this is the one the kids use, and I wasn't thinking we had like toddlers or infants in this space. So I think just having a shower up here made plenty of sense. Plus, if you did decide to have an infant or a toddler in this space, there is a bathtub downstairs. Same thing with a dog. So anyway, I'm just picking out the beds here. I still wanted everything to feel like very autumn, but I also wanted these rooms to have personality for whatever these kids were and what they're interested in. So I actually loved this bed from Seasons that has the flowers on it. They look more like spring flowers, but the color scheme felt so fall to me. So that's what I ended up doing in there. And I ended up having those really bright pink walls. But it looks like we're decorating the teenager's room first. So once again, Seasons bed in an orange swatch. And I paired it with this rug from, oh goodness, I think that's the Industrial Loft Kit. And I just kind of felt like this teen was into mostly like makeup and stuff. So I have their little organizer over there, or maybe not even really makeup. I feel like they're just into a lot of different things. It was just trying to make it realistic and look like a space a teen would be in. I feel like teenagers and kids have so many different interests. It's kind of hard to pinpoint that. Sometimes I do, and I focus on one thing in particular in a room, but I feel like that one I didn't really. I just have like a bunch of teen-esque things. But anyway, this is the kids' room. It's very colorful. I think that the rug in here matches so well, like weirdly well, the color scheme. I was quite happy with that. I also got this cute toy on the bedside table, and I will be changing out the lamp and just kind of cluttering up that space to make it look like there's a lot of things on the bedside table that they've just kind of left there or they reach for all the time. I liked that decoration from high school years that has the little squiggly mirror and the camera and stuff. I think it's quite cute. And I've been really loving this wardrobe from Horse Ranch. I think it looks so nice. It's so small too, so it's very versatile. But anyway, we are outside now in the backyard. And I didn't put a lot out here. We end up having like a place to sit down. We have some of those planter boxes, and I did end up getting this really cute swing set as well. And of course, some more pumpkins. And I did some additional landscaping back here. I didn't film all of it though, because it was very repetitive, but you can see the gist of what I did. I also ended up swapping out some of these trees for some that have yellow leaves instead of red leaves, just to get some color variety in the backyard. But that is pretty much it for this build. I really hope you enjoyed this one. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And of course, if you did enjoy this, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so very much for watching. Please enjoy those screenshots, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, everyone.